Hey YouTube!
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Yes, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
All right. Hope you're doing okay in this holiday season. We have a special treat for you today. I love animation. I like stop animation, and with today's Photoshop and Premiere, I can do so much. And so today, I'm going to attempt to make a action figure animate. Now, I'm going to do it in Photoshop and Premiere, and I went and saw these action figures. They are actually Hasbro. Here, let me zoom in a little bit for you. They are Hasbro, and we've got the Chewbacca, we got Darth Vader, and we have a Jet Trooper. So that is the three that I have. I'm going to make a little skit, so to speak, and make a little animation, and I'm going to show you how I do it. It should be interesting. I haven't done it yet. I don't know if it'll work, but the one thing I do want to say, though, as this is Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, and I think it's a new animated show, but the actual characters, I'd say they're about 6 inches, 5 or 6 inches, but every single thing moves. The wrist moves, the ankle moves. So I was hoping that because everything moves, I could do some really cool animations. Now, being under a time constraint, it's not going to be fluid. It might be a little jerky, but it will be animated. Now, I was like going, well, how am I going to hold this character up, so I can move his arms and stuff? Well, on the bottom of the actual character, there is a hole. And it's made for like stands, so you can display them and they stand there on this little stand. But anyway, I took a screw, okay, and a clip. And I took that screw, here, let me show you, and I screwed the foot of the action figure. And then I had it standing up. Here, I'll show you what they look like and how I did the little green screen. All right, so you see I used a little clip and everything on there. It was hard to keep still. It wasn't, something, it was just for a quick little fun thing to do, and it's Christmas. So without any further ado, let's go check out that animation that I did with these little Hasbro action figures. Let's do it. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open up those short clips that I captured. And you can see them here. You can see all the different poses that I did for them, walking and stuff. So you notice that some of them are crooked and stuff. Well, I will change that in Photoshop when I go to edit the thing. It may not be perfect, but anyway. So we're gonna start on the animation on the Jet Trooper. And in this one, he's walking. So I'm going to open up. Here's a 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51. Those are the first animations that I'm going to open in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and open in Photoshop. And I can't open all of them here. So it's 51, 47 through 51. So go ahead and open up Photoshop. Now, File, Open. Now it is 47 through 51 right here. I'm going to open all these up into Photoshop. So anyway, that's how I do it. And so let's go ahead and open those up into Photoshop. So anyway, here you can see I have that clip, and I've got the screw on his leg there. So what we're going to do is first we're going to go File, Save As, and then we're going to do a JPEG. Okay, and I probably could do something different other than a JPEG and make it better, but I do the highest setting on a JPEG, and it seems to work fine for me. So you can see the here in the options that it's quality 12. That's the highest you can go. So anyway, did that one. Save as. Oh wait, that one looked darker. Does that one look darker than the last one? It looks about the same there. Alright, well, File, Save As, JPEG. And if you notice, it's going in the same folder as the captured movie files, the MP4s. So it just keeps them all together. So anyway, I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to do this to all of them. Actually, you know what? We'll just keep you on. I'll just do all these because it seems like it'll be quick. Oh, wait. Which ones did I get? Ain't going to be that quick, is it? We got 47 and 48. So let's go 49. File. Save as. JPEG. Save. Maximum. Close. No. And then 50. File. Save as. JPEG. Save. Maximum. Yes. And the very last one is that one. So File. Save as. JPEG. Da-da, DD, and da. So now I'm going to close them all out. Now I'm just going to open up all of the JPEGs. All of the JPEGs, where are they? Let's sort by file type. And there they are. Okay, let's go ahead and open them up in Photoshop. Boom. Now, that was a quick little animation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean these all up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate. I'm getting tongue-tied and twisted. We're going to duplicate the layer. Yes. And now we're going to make the visibility, or what is it called? It is called layer visibility. We're going to unvisibilize. Oh, man, I tickle myself sometimes. We're just going to make it not visible. What would be the opposite of visible? We're going to make it invisible. Hey, there we go, invisible. And the reason why we do that is so we can have a transparent layer. So, now we're going to do this, and it looks like it did pretty good. It's at 50%. Let's see what it looks like. And then you just press delete button on your keyboard. That looks fairly good right there. I'm going to do this to all of them. All right, then hit select, deselect. Now, I'll take this and go like this, and then hit delete, and go like this, go like that, and hit delete. Now I'll go over here. Whoops. Let's go down here. Wait, I don't like that. Let's go here. I'm going to take it as far as I can to the bottom of that shoe, so that way I don't have to delete it later. All right, delete. Now let's go ahead and zoom in. And I'm going to have to do this to each one of those little graphics. So I'm going to use this. It's called the polygonal lasso tool. And I'm going to lasso this baby right on up and go with his shoes. You know, I say his, but, you know, it could be a girl. Didn't they have girl clones? I think they did. Anyway, I don't know if this is a clone. I mean, at this point in the show, I think they were signing up from the Empire and signing them all up. I don't know if they're clones at this point. But anyway, it doesn't matter because this is not about Star Wars. This is about animating. Whoops. About making mistakes and putting yellow stuff in there. All right, select, deselect. Now, if you hit Control- on your keyboard, it will zoom out. So there's our dude. And that is our first layer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this to all the layers, so I'm going to stop the video here. Okay, now that I have all of the stormtroopers or jet troopers edited, let's just click on these tabs and see what they look like. Oh, forgot that one. So, yeah. Okay, you see how they're kind of out of place? That's really not going to matter too much because I can move them around on the screen. And they were taken from the same direction. So they should be all the same size. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull each one down so it's its own window. And then I'm going to bring this layer in on top of that layer. And I'm going to do it for all of these. Bring him down. Put him on top as a new layer in Photoshop. Bring him down in Photoshop. Bring him down and put him in Photoshop. Okay, so now that I have all of the Jet Trooper photos, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to need to either rotate them, but I need to make them close to the original so they don't jerk around when I do the animation. So first we're going to start off with, I think that's like the first step, and that's the second, third, and that's the first step there. So we're going to start with this trooper, okay, and we're going to take this, the first step, and we're going to put that right where he is, the helmet. Try to keep the helmet in the same place, something like that. Let's go ahead and take these off, but this is what we can see. So he needs to be moved forward a little bit. So I'm just going to tap him over one frame. So now let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now let's go with the third one, which he's making more of a stride. Let's go ahead and put him over here. Let's take this one out. Now let's just see. Looks like his helmet, he's twisted a little bit. So, and he looks a little high. So let's go ahead and move him down a little bit. Actually, I need to move him forward. No? I guess he's pretty much where he is. So we got him. Now let's see. He just looks like he's standing. I don't think that's supposed to be there. So then we have him really walking. Now this is where I say we're going to have to use the rotate. So I'm going to go up here, File, and I'm going to go down here to Edit or Transform. So I went up here to Edit, go down here to Transform, and then we're going to use the Rotate. And basically we just need to make it look like he's stepping on out. So I think something like that would maybe a little more. I tried to bend his body so he'd look like he's walking, but anyway, he's like high stepping there, and his leg's not moving up. Let's see if he's there. So let's just look at these animations. So he's there. Yeah, I may want to just go with 3, because this fourth one, he's got like a weird step. We'll try it out though. So what we're going to do is we don't want that one. So I'm going to bring this one down on the bottom. That's the one we don't want. But we want that one, we want that one, and we want that one. So now he's going to walk leisurely. And that looks pretty good. They're pretty much where they should be. All right, so now the next step is you want to go up here, and you got to make sure you save it as a Photoshop and not a JPEG again, because a JPEG would not be transparent. The idea is we want it transparent, so when we go to do the animation, the blue background will show through. So let's go ahead and save each one of these. File, Save As. I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to name it Trooper Walk. So I know it's the animation of the trooper. So now we're going to save it. This is going to be, which one's this? Okay, this is 1, because he's just standing there. So I'm going to name it 1. Save. And now we're going to name this one 2. Alright, and we're going to name this one 3. Now, I didn't do the other leg moving yet. I plan to do that, and I couldn't do it in the video because, like I said, the screw was in this one. So I'm going to have to edit that, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and file, save this one as a Photoshop file as 3. All right, so now we have that one, we have that one, and we have that one. So we need 6 total because the other leg's going to have to move up. So how do we make that other leg move up? Well, this is how I do it. I will I'm going to take this graphic here, and I'm going to take this leg out. So, whoops. I'm going to take this leg out, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it. So now I have a leg copy. Okay, and I'm going to clean this leg up. And I had to do this, like I said, because the screw was in this side, and I didn't want to move him too much for lighting and make him jerky, so I decided to go this way. I don't know if it's going to work. We shall see. And I'm using the polygonal select tool because really all I want is his leg. Alright, so now that I got his leg, I'm going to have to make that leg go up on the other side. So if that leg's going to go up, the first one is probably the one I can use. Let me zoom in here and take out that leg on the other side. I'll have to do one of each. This one should be fine. So if we go here, then this leg needs to disappear. And then we'll put the other leg in front of it. Because, well, actually, we want this leg. Because I will move this leg underneath. So I bring this down below it, okay? Now that we have that leg below it, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take out, let me duplicate this layer. I'm going to have to duplicate this layer. And now that it's duplicated, so now I got this layer. Okay, this is the layer I'm going to work on, and I just need to take out that other shoe on the other side. So I'm going to use the polygon shape tool again, and I'm just taking out his shoe on the other side. Alright, now we need to put the other leg in there. I'm going to control minus. Now, to get his other leg behind him to move, we are going to go to select, deselect, edit, transform, transform, and rotate. We can bring, oh, well, that's good. I kind of like that. Let's go back. I don't want it like that. I want him to, well, you know what? Well, no, he needs to stay where he is. All right, so now let's rotate this leg. Now we can move this leg like it's moving up. All right, let's just see how it looks. Here is the one on the other side moving up. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. The leg he's standing on. Okay. So that's pretty close. So then that one where his arm, let's see, this one will need to do it. Well, let's see, that leg can't move. So anyway, all right, so we got that. This is going to be 4. File, save as, 4. Okay, now, let's go on to the next. We're going to have to go with it, because his arm is moving a little bit more. Do I need this one? I'm going to need that with his arm. So, let's go here. But we need the other leg down. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make this like this. I'm going to have to duplicate this layer. And then I'm going to have to, let me take this off. Oh man, that's not going to work. Anyway, I have to animate this right leg. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to pause the camera here because this is going to take a little time to do it, and I don't want to keep running up the film. So let me stop it here for a second. We're already at 13 minutes. So let me stop recording here and finish up that. And then I'll pull it into Premiere, and we'll do the little animation. All right. Now that I've got all 6 frames edited, now I can go back and make him walk. So what we want to do is, let's close out all this junk and let's go open up Adobe Premiere Pro. Excuse me. And let's go ahead and open that up, and we're going to start a new project. We're going to put it where? Let's put it in TimmyTube Network. Make a new folder, and it's going to be called Star Wars. Alright, got Star Wars. Now, we're going to select this folder. We're going to call it Star Wars. And, yeah. Now, go ahead and import those Star Wars files. And here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the Stormtrooper walking. So let's go ahead and open that up. Alright, now let's bring them down to the timeline. Now, I'm going to zoom in here. And then I'm going to bring this window over here so you can see there's the Stormtrooper. Or the Jet Trooper as it's called. And I just want to do this so you can see. Alright, so this is the anime. That one doesn't look too good. He's like... So, anyway, there's the simple animation. And what I try to do is, I try to make them about 2 to 3 frames each. Back in the day when I was doing film animation, I'd always click the camera twice. And every time I clicked it, it'd be 1 frame. So, the animation was a little quicker, but 2 frames is probably how I want it. So, if he's going to walk across the screen, the first thing we need to find the one where his feet are together. So, number 1 frame. Okay? I'll just move these out the way. Now, let me go ahead. I'm going to zoom in. And we're going to move it 1 frame, 2 frame. Okay? And then I'm going to cut, right-click, cut. So now I just got 1 frame of him there. Oh, yeah. Let me bring in... I need to import something here. I need to import the blue background. This is what I animate in. This is my background. Alright, so there's the Stormtrooper. And I want to make sure. Okay. Alright. So there's our Stormtrooper. Now, what we want to do is, we want to bring the second step in there. So he's there. This would be the second step. This one here. So we're going to go over here, slide it down, number 2. And bring it, slap it up against frame 1. Alright, let's zoom in. So anyway, what we want to do is we want to do 2 frames. 1, 2. And we're going to cut it there with the razor tool. And remove it. Now, we want to go to the next one, which we've got 1, 2. Now we want to go for the 3. And I think this is the 3. So let's go ahead and pull that bad boy over. Alright. 1, 2. Get the razor blade tool. Cut that baby. Now let's go get, so we've got 1, 2, 3. So now it needs to go back down. So what we do is, once it's there, you can go an extra frame, but I don't. I usually don't. So what you want to do is you want to take this layer, and you want to copy it. Select the layer that you want to copy to, so you don't copy over top of something. And then put it here. See what it's doing? It's going up, up, down. Up, up, down, and so, wait, did I? Yeah. So now we need to go down again. Hit copy and paste. And now, so now we got dun 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 dun, and now the other leg has to walk across. So we want, I guess it's that one. That one, that's kind of crappy, but anyway, we're gonna use it. He's gonna be looking like he's walking with a limp. All right. 1, 2. Do it again. So this is, what's this one? Okay, so there's this one. Let me move this over here. One, two. Whoops, I went 3. Now let's go bring this one over here. 1, 2. Now this one we have to copy and paste it. Control V is paste. And then we have to go here, copy, Control V. Now I could do Control C and then Control V, and I'll copy that one. So anyway, so there we go. Let's look at this animation. That one doesn't look too good. We may have to edit that one out. So let's let me go ahead and copy and paste these, and that way we can see the entire animation. And I copied all of them. Now I'm gonna hit Control V, 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 V. Now, let's just see what it looks like in motion. That one, I have to fix that in Photoshop. So anyway, I don't guess that's so bad. I mean, he's kind of walking. I didn't think about his arms. Yeah, he's walking kind of funny, but anyway, so guys, there's the animation. His arms aren't moving the right direction. I could have done a lot more editing in Photoshop, but like I said, this is just a quickie of the Stormtrooper walking. But the next video, I'm gonna actually do the actual cartoon. This is just to show you how I animate some action figures. I could have gone in way more detail. I could have moved his arms in the right direction. But like I said, this was just an easy animation, a simple, easy animation. And it looks like something's on his foot over here. Let me see what that is. I'm going to have to clean these up. Yeah, yeah, I didn't clean them up. I was just trying to hurry up. So anyway, guys, that is how you animate a action figure. And that is that. Okay, well, you guys, you see what I had to go through? It was pretty easy, and nothing great. But in my next video, I'm going to show you the little skit that I did. And it should be pretty funny.